Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what part of the world you are in. This is Big Girl Diary. Okay. Everyone's talking about Candace Owens. Whether if it's about her and her investigation into President Macron and his wife, or Charlie CK, and she was digging deep into both. Now, Candace has an excellent research team, and even her supporters and members and subscribers, was assisting her, getting some really deep information, and she was bringing it out. Now, when you do stuff like that, you have to stop and think, how far is too far? Now, I have to say, Candace is one of the top YouTubers in the world. That's pretty big. When you're all up here, there's only one place to go, down, right? And when you mess with people, when they tell you, hey, Candace, stop. President Macron told her stop. Then asked President Trump to tell her to stop. Now, when you have two powerful people telling you to stop, and you're number one, that can bring in pride and ego, right? Oh, how dare you tell me to stop? And she even said it on one of her videos. Oh, he told me to stop. How dare you tell me to stop? You're not going to tell me to stop. I'm going to go ahead and go. I'm going to keep on digging. You're going to make me go a little deeper. Now, when you get like that, it would serve one well to simply just stop. Stop what you're doing and take time to reflect, because there are some things, when you cross that line, there are consequences behind that line, because you have a line, other people have a line. Now, when you cross the line, the repercussions are better, the consequences. Can you handle the consequences? No, because she's in hiding. Now, when you have two people to tell you to stop doing something, and especially investigating President Macron's wife, I mean, look, you didn't have to go that far. You didn't have to go far at all, because you could take a look at her and see exactly what that situation is. And the fact to bring that to light and to keep on hitting at that, and when everyone can see it, sometimes some things don't need to be said. Now, don't get me wrong. I get it. Great content is great content, but at what cost? As sometimes you just got to just stop. Now, within that, and with her friend, Charlie CK. I mean, same thing. He started to see some things, but his case, he was in too deep. Like I said, well, no, I didn't say, but I'm going to say, podcasters, you see, I started at the bottom. I have no companies, nobody backing me. I don't have a company of my own, which I'm working on. But I don't have other companies or LLCs that working with an LLC that I would develop in order for me to go out and do content, and then they pay me to do content for them. Now, you got to be very careful, because sometimes things look really great and the glasses are flowery. You have little roses all over the place until one day a little rain comes and then you see things for what they are, and you're like, and you're in way too deep. You can't back out. If you back out, it's going to be some problems, because there was too much invested. Charlie CK, there was way too much invested in him for at least about a good 10, 11 years. And he was most definitely down with the people that he was supporting. Going over there to the real country and debating people, going on college campuses and debating people that whose ideology is not even, hasn't really been formed, and verbally beating them up, right? Candace and Ben Shapiro, all of them did the same thing. They will go on college campuses, but they would never debate people. Never do it. They never did it. I'm like, look, I get it. That right there's your gig. Right there's how you make your bread and butter. I get it. But at some point, when do you stop and take it to the next level, right? That's my little personal thought. However, Candace, she's going through a lot. And like I said, high up there. Only place to go is down. And as she's going down, and the people that she offended, now they might not be able to make her disappear because whom she's married to. Her husband is from England and a part of the House of Lords. Very wealthy man, very wealthy. She married very well. So she had to take a hiatus. That's how far she went. And when you do that, I could only imagine her husband in the background, networking, pivoting, and doing all this stuff. Because she did not take heed to the point President Trump said stop. President Macron said stop. And I don't want to repeat myself. Forgive me for doing that. It's going to go downhill from here. And they're going to, I'm putting this out here now. Now, I could be wrong, and I have no problems being wrong. But as she goes down, they're going to make her look crazy. They either eliminate you or make you look crazy or bankrupt you. They're not going to bankrupt her husband. They can't do that. But they can make her look mentally unstable. And it's going to... A friend of mine had this saying. She said, even chickens know when to come out the rain. Okay? Candace didn't know when to come out the rain. Woo! Somebody had to drag her in. Drag her in the barn. She was running out there in that rainstorm and just didn't see what was there. She just didn't see it. She just didn't see it. And that's unfortunate. But the saddest part is this. As she goes down, subscribers are going to leave. Because if she comes back to social media, she's going to have to change her content completely. And that's going to be a part of the humiliation and being unstable. And then comes a humiliation because she has to make what she did right. She exposed a lot of stuff, got people into it, pointing fingers. What goes up does come down. And that's the unfortunate part about connecting, having your LLC connected with other LLCs, because when they pull out, you were used to that income coming in. And this right here is just her thing, right? Her thing. But not everybody's Kanye West. Oh my goodness. Not everybody's him, because he dealt with the same people and he came out on top. That will never happen again. That made the people behind the scenes come out and expose who they were. He drew them out. He drew them out. Not, like I said, not everybody's Kanye West, but on that note, I want to thank you for stopping by.